a good little bunny dragon. Please be gentle. I'm sensitive. Wait, please, I promise I'll be a good girl.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Crystal. And hello, Ruby. How are y'all doing this morning? Thank you for the hydrate again. I also got the one from earlier. Y'all want to do the Iceman? I think you can get a legendary if you get enough something or another. Let's do the Iceman. Agent of Ransay. Yonaga, Warlord of Dragnor, has been instigating a series of increasingly brutal battles, and now has 11 kingdoms under his command. Then one day in next storm, a kingdom entrusted to Nobunaga's trusted ally Misty Hyde. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing any of these names correctly. Lord Nobunaga, with that devoting myself to him will bring an end to this changed world. His belief that allowed me to battle in his name. In doing, however, when from battle to battle without ever stopping to reconsider our motives, it is cruel. And such an approach really lead to a peaceful world. And even if it did, would it be a world where people and Pokemon coexist peacefully? There's no more time to waste. I'm still getting over being sick, by the way, so please forgive me if I'm not sounding the most pleasant. Now the choice I must make. Stop Lord Nobunaga, or wait for him to destroy this world. Lord Nobunaga, been betrayed. Betrayed as Lord Mitsuhide. Mitsuhide, I don't know why he's laughing like that. I feel like he has like the whole gold and purple aesthetic. The High Dragon aesthetic, the thing right next to him. I feel like he would have a deeper evil laugh. Not the heckin' the goblin laugh I just gave him. So I give you 3 years. 3 years to attempt to overcome me. Hehe. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. For January of Year 4. Well. The first thing we're gonna need is dudes. Because holy crap. I forgot this had this mechanic. Oh, lovely. Excuse me. Well, you're worthless on this map. Oh, this is gonna be... I'm not gonna be able to do Warlord spam. Oh no. My plans foiled. Should I take them? What? Why is he here? Why is he here? Don't you have a front to manage or something? Regardless, this seems to be the weakest. So I'm gonna... I'd probably run out the clock before I got them all. This would be good against 2. Bad against 1. Wouldn't affect 2. Grit. We're going at you with a Lapras and a Sneasel. I should have given them some healing items. Oh no. Oh yeah. Did you evolve? Yes, I did. Hello, Mr. Game and Snacks. How are you doing today?
Yamate Kursai! Mr. Lightning! I will be a good boy, I promise. I will woo for you. I will awoo for you. I will roll over for you. Please don't be mad, Mr. Lightning. I even make sure to tell everyone I am your good boy.
I'm assuming
the
Sandy
best
was
boy.
responsible for that one.
If you need me, bark. For you.
Let's
I
get
had to
into
pause
that
every
quick
2
play.
seconds.
I played Sandy again. Fair enough. Right, Rose. I agree. It is all a matter of time before the strange and unusual clippage occurs. Also, that's a cute emote, Rose. I had my finger on the button and figured, hey, maybe I should... If I turned it around, then I could get it to laser. But I can also just do this. Because every time it's... Not every matter of time, it's like 100 clips and it's always that one. I see. I've been tempted to, like, shorten the... I don't even know the length of the clips. Just to get a bit more variety in the ones I see. But yeah, good morning, Daryl. How are you doing? Yes. Boat.
The tank just tried to crush me.
Nice boat trick. Good, just tired, that's fair. I keep it at full length for my clips. When I shout out Sandy, I can remind her she had no room for talk when it comes to such clips. That's fair. And hello, Mr. Toast. Welcome in. No different target. Yes. Let me. When diddly darn momentarino. Tell Cinema got great, just said. Understandable.
Oh,
This-
she wants Jade. More! More! No, it went down! I'm sorry, Jade, I have to downsell you.
Understandable. Eerily. In general. And that is the person who made this for me. And they also made this. This one here. But the Fugi Tech doesn't want to do the jumpy jump. Excuse me. So, I'm just putting the other one on top of it. Can't unsee it now. Been up for 2.5 hours and I still got about 3 hours of stuff to do. Understandable. Try to get the foods in when you can. Even if it do end up just being like some toast. Yep, I am picking up tar and cement for my garden fence. That's fair. I honestly forgot this Boldor existed. He's just living in a perpetual state of agony. He's gonna get yoinked again. Or maybe not. I got the 21 bones I needed and the fencing gaming bone tomorrow, so I just gotta prep the posts before I put them in the ground. That's fair. That is never fun, but always needs to get done. The game really wants to put that guy in that specific... Excuse me. In that specific corner. I'm off work till Thursday. That sounds excellent. I am jelly. Well, not literally. But, you know. Also, I need to put this back on. Just over the other time. And my wife and my other brat, too. I see. That fair. Enjoy your time. I mean, it's fun. It's just a fun project that have to cost 315 requires a day worth of annual labor. I mean, from my experience putting in fences, they aren't particularly fun to do. They're gonna be the death of you. But I thought you were death. I like it as physical work, and I like physical work. That's fair. And but I'm gonna die and go back to my realm. I see, that's fair. I could probably beat them. However, I want to recruit the Spiritomb lady. I need to send one of these. Only have to set up fence once, then my garden will be fenced for the next 30 years if I get the fence post prepped right. That is completely fair. That is good. So we have some fire types here. Good morning, Shadows.
Hey, those like big
I
tower
want to say
boys,
when
hang
I
on
was
a second.
helping put in a fence, the ground was like,
No one told you you had to grow in size.
honestly, 300 for a 3 to 5 foot fence is crazy. Normally the post one would cost $500. But I got a deal on some rough cut pressure treated ones at $638 each. Squee. Thank you, Narrow Squee. And you're welcome, Shadow Squee.
Sucker for nostalgia. Not bad.
It's Squee time. How big it Squee dog or something. I've decided, Squee, that I am going to ignore the Spiritomb, Squee. And I'm just going all in here, Squee. Nero came back for the squeeze, yes. I have a feeling he has been waiting for this squeak. Got a squeak sense or something. I mean... Squeak. He's the one who redeemed it, Squeak. Anyways, we started blasting these things, Squeak. But I want to say, fantabulous. I can never realize he said fantabulously. Snacks. Eat something, please. Eat a singular raw potato you plucked from the ground yourself. For all it matters. Just so long as it's something. What are these crits, Squeak? I will right after I'm done chilling here. I'll take my post-garden shower. That's fair, Squeak. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yes. And why raw potato? Why would I do that when I got blueberry pancakes? Because if I put forward something ridiculous, you're more likely to get something reasonable. Hello, Nip.
Cheese.
Thank you for the health check. Plus... Excuse me.
Cheese.
Excuse me. Wait. Perfection, Squeak. Amplification, huh? Well, now I'm not gonna eat anything, Squeak. Okay. You do that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the real reason why I suggested it was just because it's funny. Squeak. Try versatility won't work easy, Squeak. Okay, but look me dead in the eyes and say that someone just picking up a potato just out of the ground and eating it, Squeak. Is not, in fact, a funny joke, Squeak. Silence, jerky creature. Well, I now have... That is... I want to say they... I want to say they start calling in invasions next month. Now don't fully narrow the text with opinions I disagree with. Can't spell check that one, huh? You won't, Squeak? missed something. Silence, grammar creature. This is beautiful. Room to talk about bullying. I mean, Nepsqueak. I was too focused on who to take here. I'm missing the grammar war going on. We. Let me challenge Grace Battle already, Lapis. March 4th, enemy is a Dragnor. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait one diddly darn momentarino. Squeak. Sometimes I can't tell you apart because of the identical levels of pain. My weedy is wholesome. Can't say the but word. I mean, it's too early for anything to be properly lodged in my memory. Go ahead and say whatever, Squeak. Although I will say, it's quite interesting to watch go down. There's a Krogunk. Bro, it's just like, yeah, I'll stay here. Here seems nice. Well, tent, shower, eat. Buy more feed for the chickens and pick up tons. Man, bye-bye, this was a nice break. Excuse me. Wait. That sounds good. Enjoy your foods. Don't eat cement, which is what I originally read that comment as. But I mean, I can't stop you if you do. However, your internal organs might. Clee. I heard a taunt, now I'm back. Go. Fight. 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 Heard it. Because you can't read it. I'm embarrassed by how long it took my brain to process that. Tonks says that Zelda's overrated. Depends on which one. I refuse to run. I go headfirst into everything and suffer brain damage every time. I mean, I did run headfirst into a post once. I have to get staples in my head. Yes, tail done. Then we can double balloon there. And then you know that. Yes, into danger. I mean, any activity can be dangerous if you try hard enough. But never away. I see. Oh lord. I agree, Deli. And welcome in. Grace nephew unworthy of that game's grace. You committed blasphemy and must be exiled. I mean, I haven't played enough Zelda games to feel like I can make a full and complete opinion on it. If I'm being completely honest. Wait, you're missing out. That does seem to be the case. I own the majority of the ones for the 3DS. I need to finish them.
Cheese.
His opinions are usually bad ones. I don't have enough experience with his opinions to be able to determine that for either him or you, Squee. So many games
Oh, there's loadout.
that I think are overrated, but I still play them.
Okay, I'm coming.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh, shit. I'm
calling something overrated
But yeah, I felt
is
that,
not
you know, I've
necessarily
been
the...
really, I mean, even though I've been like pretty.
Thank you, you're welcome, Deli.
I've
It's not necessarily the equivalence of calling it bad, even if that is typically the implication.
But
Name is bad enough when Quest uses it, I don't need you using it too. And you are welcome, Deli Squeak. There is but one gunk left. And we won. Yeah. Oh, snacky poo. That's the inflection I hear. Yes, on it. In general. You know, I forgot they could attack here. What? Thank you for the bits, Deli Squee. And hello, Nero.
oh, there's loadout.
How are you doing?
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, shit! I almost fell off a building. But yeah, I felt that, you know, I've been really, I mean, even though I've been like pretty sick,
Yes, a bean, Nero.
you know, taking it easy. It's probably the most videos
He'd be a good
I've
beans.
made in a while.
Yes.
But I
Here, have some money. With the nail squeak. Yes. Hit the Nero, cherish the Nero. Let's see if this will even work. And yes, all the people, Squee. Everyone is here today, Squee. And thank you for the hydrate, Nero. Out of curiosity, which Zelda games would y'all recommend overall, Squee? Oh yeah. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the bits, Nero. Guys,
A good one.
Okay, Clackles. Now I'm rooting for
No.
you.
Stop it.
You got this.
I don't. I'm dead.
Yeah, you do. You got this, Clackles.
Please kill.
Dead. I'm dead.
Hey, can you clip that?
You had that.
Can you clip that, please?
help. They're giving me bits, Squee. Really need to fix it so it stops doing the double shoutouts. But I'd recommend either Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, or Breath of the Wild. Thank you for the gift subs,
just
Nero.
gifted 1 subs.
Doing is enjoy playing what
Damn, had reload, but I got one down at least.
I feel like overrated implies that, well, a thing may be good. It is enjoyed a bit too much by those that consume it. Like, it may still be good, but it's just not as good as how people are saying it is. I can never enjoy Zelda enough. That's fair. That is completely fair. This is gonna come down to Lapras versus everyone. I'm calling it now. There you go. Punish Habaneros. Squee. That's fair. Enjoy putting in the fence. Don't break your back pounding in the post. Thank you for the Pepino scream. Deli Squee. Next is running now. I mean, if he's pounding in those posts, he's gonna be so ridiculously buff that I'm not sure you'll want to mess with him. If that makes any sense. Run away from the argument. mean, maybe. But probably not. I see. Interesting, Squeak. That is indeed a very low blow. This is a remarkably tanky Sneasel here. Thank you for the pats, Deli Squeak. What do I mean? That's fair. Step 1. Banunk. Step 2. Kill the Metroid. Squeak. Step 4. Let them have their turn. They kill the Sneasel. This is all part of the plan. All according to plan, yes. I love that emote, Deli. It's beautiful. How'd this guy do this for some EXP? Of course he would go for that one. And he crits just for the flex. From a king, that's my compliment for you. That's fair, Squeak. And no cry, Deli. Why you cry? Why cry, Squeak? Hello, Lily. How are you doing, Squeak? Nocturnal escape. I see. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, trolling.
Don't worry, we can hunt it down later.
Somebody click that.
No, nobody clicked.
And,
Wait, I think I still have time.
no, put in a cage since I refused to get in the Pokeball. I'm good. I'm in class, don't tell my professor. I mean, I couldn't even if I wanted to. Already, yes. I got a... Glee. I got a wooden cage and 2 watermelons. How are we gonna do this? Glee. Oh, I can't win that. I thought I could, but those are ghost types. And so it begins. There sadly isn't, to my knowledge at least. There's not one for the whole theme of the Yoshi. I wish there was, because that would be pretty cool. Sweet. Okay, I have an idea of how we're gonna use the watermelons to get the knocked out. We'll put one in the cage. And then, when it shows up, we'll have crafted an elaborate gate for the cage out of the other watermelon. Are you following me so far? That was not the one I meant to attack, but okay. No, but that's okay. Fair enough. Okay. You know what? I've come up with a better plan. We put the first one down. And we wait for the knocked out to show up. Then when it lands, we sneak up behind it and whack it over the head with the other watermelon. They'll never see it coming. Is this anal abuse? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, whack it. Give it the old 1-2. They never expect the old 1-2. Excuse me. Especially not through the medium of watermelon. That's something I'd pay to watch. People just... It's like boxing. But instead of punching each other, they just hit each other with watermelons. I feel like some more care would have to be put into it than strictly that. More so because because I feel the coloration of the watermelon could interfere with determining whether or not a whether or not a contestant is too injured to compete. He's here somewhere. I don't know where, but he's somewhere. Doing weird, crazy ninja things. Like the weird, crazy ninja he is. I beat him up once already. I'll probably do it again. I mean, I couldn't recruit him if I wanted to. Because, due to the victory conditions of this campaign, pretty much the moment when it gets to where I'd be able to recruit him, i.e. when Nobunaga's army is defeated, then I'm gonna have one. So yeah. Otherwise I wouldn't, just through the principle of him being a warlord with... He doesn't have the best stats, but he doesn't have bad stats. He's alright in my opinion. I love him. That's fair. I haven't ever managed to get a Ryalu on him. So it's entirely possible he's far better with... Or not a Ryalu, a Zuor... I haven't been able to get him into a washing machine, so I don't know. I don't know how good a warlord he is. With his perfect link or not. Source game Samurai Warriors. Are you unaware that, like, if I'm correct, all the major characters are actually major figures from Japanese history? Okay, so you're aware of that. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. No. Yes. So much more fun with you, Road. Sneasel. Fishing and I always feel unbeatable. Anyways, onwards to try and get Articuno again. AKA, we're gonna hit everything with the Death Ice Beam. You've heard of the Death Star. Now get ready for the Death Lapras. Completely original idea, I promise. Do not steal. This is my Sonic OC. Have y'all? That was a voice crack, Squee. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Do y'all have answers to the riddles? 3. A coin. Okay, but which coin? It has to be brown. You're close though. And congrats on the frou-frou. You have acquired Doge. Penny? Correct. And would... Anyone have any answers for the others? Would you like more time for them, Lily? Yes. Sounds good. Take all the time you want, but I shall try to reveal the answers by end of stream if I remember to do so. That man was like, you know what, I must let this child. That's what that guy did. Oh boy, is it creepy when I phrase it that way. I mean, it's super effective, though. Am I deliberately overloading this one Pokemon? Yeah. Yeah, I am. He had 9 wristbands this whole time. Or I'm overloading it in the name of actually being able to see what his evolved form is. So I haven't seen it. I have never seen it. And I want to. Like, what's his power level looking? It's saying 279. Excuse me. We got 40% Link. And we're back to Legend of Zelda Squeak. Am I gonna win this? Probably not. Am I gonna try anyway? Yes. If not just for the purpose of trying it. You have flame body, not flash fire. The Speedwell gonna die. although there is a chance. However slim. It's getting slimmer by the minute. That we actually win this. Footsteps. I think I gave up on the other one though. You are correct. And the word is starting. For the final riddle. What's starting? Oh god. I mean, that's fair. Let's see if I can't get a flinch out of you. I hate it here. I mean, that was a weirdly complex one. So I don't blame you. No, no cry. No cry. No cry. Think of Happy Onion Man. I don't know where I have that image saved. But think of Happy Onion Man. He is a man who has an onion which is very large. This is not a euphemism, it's just a large onion. And thank you for the health check. Health is checked. Health is checked. Thank you. You know, I mean, it could link with it, but it wouldn't be a very strong link. The weakest of the links. I don't know which one that would even be. I don't know, maybe the one who rides on a train. But I don't know, I haven't played that game. Got him. And we got the Spiritomb lady. Oh boy, we're moving up. Oh boy, we're moving down. We're gonna lose, but we're going for it anyway. You know, it's weird to play like an earlier generation Pokemon game before like certain types existed. Just, ah yeah, bite. My favorite normal type move. You know what, everyone? Lean to here. No misses here. My fears. I do not recognize that word. To be completely honest. Oh, really slight. Okay, give 1 moment. One moment. One. I hate how that PNG jiggles while it floats. Oh, the pig jiggles when it floats. I mean, that's fair. I'll just... You know what? We'll just... Yes. Yeah. There we go. Perfection. Pig. I mean, you aren't wrong. If I'm being completely honest. Yes. It's just the most offended I've ever been by a statement I agreed with. And good morning, Doc.
That is an animation.
Sure, an animation.
Yep, we
is
didn't said
happening
we've
right
seen
now.
it. Yes.
The guy's head is the best part of it, right? It's just like, yep,
We'll just keep
yep.
adding more. These statues are gonna betray me. They're either gonna come to my my aid or be the death to me. Although it doesn't matter much because half of these things have levitate anyway. They're pretty amazing, you know. Not just being around them could be so much fun. Save it for when you aren't fighting for your life. Yes. We'll just keep adding more PNGs, and they'll never see it coming. You know what? Let's throw on the Mario 2. Everybody do the Mario. Where's Coderwick's Ryasu? He should be here. That's different Shadow Man, I'll eat him. Well, that stopped that one for all of one turn. Dang it. How was that not super effective? Combat has begun. Even Mario slinging out for sides like, yes, it is time for the Mario. But you gotta... When we're doing the turducken version, you gotta be wearing someone's skin. Doesn't matter who. I ain't gonna ask how you got it. But you better be wearing it. Sweet, already qualified? Got it. Nice. That's a spicy meatball. As for Lechonk Beta. Don't ask where Belle went. Belle's a deity, they'll be fine. I've heard of deities surviving worse things. And being completely fine. An impossible armor, baby. This keeps getting more disturbing the longer I think about it. You know, Although that does sound like it would be very good armor. Yes, go my interference. Claim mine enemies. 169. Nice. We have a chance for this after all. You know, I thought this was just gonna be me running away from them for like 15 turns. And messing it up on the 5th and dying. But no. It actually seems to be going quite well. Hello, Tenchi. Welcome to the underdog story of the century. At least it will be if this actually works. What's up? I am... Yeah, come here. He got us, makes the perfect shield. Come here, Val. Anyways, I need to think about my life now. Me too.
I won't whip.
Alright, go ahead. It's fine.
One.
I have many questions.
You gotta hop into it.
That's right.
Some of which are moral. Most of which are ethical. All of which are for God. About what I have said in the last 5 to 10 minutes. And yes, that is an excellent clip. Yeah, I figured this one would be the sticky wicket. Perfection. Bit premature. You aren't out of the woods yet. But that mist certainly helped us. Far more than it helped them. It didn't help them. Why am I... What is Vanguard? Reagan's attack carried out at the start of a turn. So you like moving first. Gotcha. Not a wake hug for everyone's. That's fair. Hug the kin. Cheers the kin. Shout out the kin.
Hi, lover boy. Do you want to play with me and my jiggle physics? What are you up to, witch? Her boobs are stiff.
What a clip for the morning. Okay. Well, I can cross that phrase off of my things I didn't think I'd hear today. But we're very funny, bingo. Yes. We've almost squared away our safety pig. The safety pig is nearly stashed away. Oh, they have to use their abilities. They thought this was gonna be easy. And yet they miss. Again. What were you thinking with this move? This is going far better than the... Okay, but seriously. What are you thinking here? You're like, okay, this guy has a knife. Let me flee into this alleyway. In front of this man with a loaded shotgun. I'll fight the guy with the knife. Thank you for the health check. You know, as you do. You know, type advantages are but an illusion. And health is checked. Thank you. Well, I wasn't expecting that. No safety pig. Be stashed away. Go undulate disturbingly in the corner. Anyways, he's dead now. Picking up this beetle was the best decision I have ever made. I don't think I ever used the Muna once. No. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August is month 8. I have 3 years. If I conquer here, it gives me the same amount, excuse me, of total kingdom to conquer. Where even is he? There he is. He's right there. He's playing Terraria. And slacking off. You know what? I don't need half of these people. I'm assigning the Daramaka to the defense force. Although this is starting to pose a problem. Namely, I am running out of people to stretch. Because I am moving at a blistering pace. Perhaps I should have slowed down and not invaded this place. However, I've also almost used a third of my turns. So it's just kind of like, panic, help, there a timer. Wonder what would happen if you lose. Is there like a whole story epilogue? No, that would teleport me behind enemy lines. That's not a place I want to go. Thank you for the quack. It's quacking time. Anyways, laser beam. You know what I should be doing for my goal? I should just send... Excuse me. I should just send the Lapras to attack. Yes, exclusively. Just don't include anyone else in the party. Put them all in defense. Tactics, whack. Decent logistics, whack. One overpowered Pokemon, based. Cool. What all the cool kids are doing on the playground. Probably, I don't know, consumes quinoa or something. I don't even know what quinoa is, but it sounds cool. Excuse me. What is quinoa? Need to replay this game? Do it. Do it. And tell me what you evolve your Eevee into. I remember. First time I played it was Glaceon. I evolved mine into a Jolteon because my older brother evolved him into a Vaporeon. This was not... Look, I wanted a chance to win, okay? This was... It was thought through for the competitive aspect, not so much for the gameplay one. Okay, so next month, I'm gonna test my hypothesis. And I'm gonna just heckin' send just the Lapras. Just the Lapras in a jalopy. To go and conquer either this place or this place. But in the meantime, we're gonna beat these people up and take their souls. And they're gonna have to work for us if they want them back. Excuse me. Sorry. Blowing out all of your ears. Curse you, Starly. I can't attack you from there. Dang it. I think because it's poison. I may have accidentally killed it. And if it dies by poison, you can't recruit it. So Lightning McPain. Yep. And it's gone. All is correct. Oh wait, that was for the... Oh, how cute. Dies cutely. That's my favorite way to die. Or something. I don't really know. There could some from the gallery, but they don't have anything different than they had already. We have enough people to get an energy boost. Nice. Oh dear lord, they're taking over Fontaine. They have the water supply. They're gonna put Cheerios in it. They put the Cheerios in the water supply, Gromit. How will we live now? Anyways, time to test my whack hypothesis. No. Yep. Little operas. When our clouds poisoned our water supply and delivered a plague onto our houses. And as that happens, there's just like the sound of Cheerios falling onto the roof. Whatever that sounds like. They put Captain Crunch in the water supply. What's the weirdest thing? Like, the weirdest non-lethal. What's the weirdest thing you think that would come out of your faucet before you wouldn't drink it? The answer that comes to mind immediately for me is grape soda. Like, that's the limit. I'll take like orange juice. With or without pulp. And start suspending honey mustard. That's fair. Without pulp. So if it gives with pulp, would that be too far? Yeah, too much. Can't do that calling the lesson learned yesterday. Fair enough. This guy's like, I got one shot, I better make it count. Watch, he's gonna... Well, I was gonna say he's gonna go the whole way. But he went all 5 feet. You know what, I'll give him another try. And I haven't had honey mustard in a long time. Alright, now you're just embarrassing yourself. What do you mean? Oh, you mean Eulopris. Okay, starting to run out of places to put people. I can't tell if this is a good or a bad thing. Regardless, if they're gonna attack us anywhere, they're probably gonna attack us there. Which means more EXP for the Lapras. All according to plan. Because Lapras in this game is so strong. Oh, so strong. But not strong enough. It is talking about the Lapras, not this thing. Excuse me. I mean, this thing be strong too. That's our Marvel can't hope to compete with you. Welcome to the team, Yoshi. Do 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 do. Finally, I can add dinosaurs to my roster. Yes. Thank you. It's perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you, Crystal. It's perfect. It's all I've ever wanted in life. This is the best thing to happen to humanity since Yoshi graced us with his presence. Welcome. Come back. And no, it no big worry. Spend your money as you please. But yes. I don't know why you're dead, Shadows. But yeah. We have recruited Yoshi. You don't have a dinosaur. You're off theme, Yoshi. And I finally came back. Nice. I'm glad to hear. And thank you, Lily. The Anorak lady is back. Let's try this again. With less poison this time. Just randomly died and I don't know why. Okay, I may have an outlier in terms of experience with this. But in my experience, sometimes internet will just do that. It'll just say screw you. You get nothing. But I also lived in the middle of the country where high winds are common. Like, common to the point where windstorms are a new word that I've heard through the internet. It's just called wind. Hello, Engel. How are you doing? Well, I'm awake now. Beautiful clip. Yes. Okay. Are you okay, Annie? I love that song for the memes it has generated. Of course I miss. Quote Wario. Oh, I miss. We have a surplus of people now. Holy crap. We're in it now. Now, let's see if my plot works. Although it's like so down the mountains look good. How about we go for a walk? You better come, Ninja and Messenger, because random people just being like, hey, come with me and take a walk through these woods. That feels like I'm gonna get assassinated. Deep bread is beautiful. Show off to some people from those other lands. Here into neighboring kingdoms, let them know the beauty. They're sure to come running. Oh, Beedrill, let's go. Warriors from other countries have come to visit my pier. Yeah. But I just remembered I never printed off a thing for class. And it is also getting close to the time I would end anyway. Who would win? Carefully constructed team of soldiers that invading the whole southeastern side of the continent, or one big Loch Ness icy boy? I mean, they were doing it with the help of the one big Loch Ness icy boy before. How do we know that he wasn't carrying them? He is the hard team carry. But yeah, let's see whom's beyond to raid. When there's literally Lopper's job to carry, yeah. Carrying it so well, the taxi lobby. Taxi lobby's out for its blood. You think this was all the aspirations of one man? No. Taxi lobby. But ye. Be raiding Vanu. Next one shall be Thursday for more Morrow. So I shall be busting out the Morrow, squeak. And yeah. I shall see you then. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming, Tenchi. It means a lot. Okie dokie. Have a lovely day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. Bye-byes.